Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, this channel has zero scripting and it's all about just being fucking human and removing the polish and being vulnerable at times when it calls for it. It's one of those days where I don't know exactly what to talk about today, but I have the goal of getting in front of the damn camera for 183 days this year, pressing record and recording a video and posting it to YouTube. Rain or sun, I believe is the phrase. This is video, I want to say 25 or 26, and I'm still having a jolly time with it. I really am. It feels weird that I could just be. And on that note, something that I'm gonna make a little bit of like a drink, like a magnesium and water drink, because I like the way magnesium makes my muscles feel. So excuse me while I do it. But I remember toward the end of my internal family systems therapy journey with my awesome therapist, literally like one of the last days, like it felt like it was a weird coincidence. My therapist started talking to me about something called structural therapy. And internal family systems is all about like, burdens and either lowercase t or uppercase T trauma and integrating them. Structural therapy is all about like boundaries and how like interpersonal relationships and enmeshment and differentiation and standing up for oneself or not letting people cross the line with things. Here, excuse me, I'm gonna drink this. I just had to have it, guys. And so structural therapy, it's like, the way I see it is internal family systems lays a foundation, like gets you a clean foundation on which to build structural therapy principles on top of. And something that happened recently is like I think speaking with AI about structural therapy issues, like not exactly like treating it like a therapist, but treating it as something to just deepen an understanding of the concepts around how interpersonal relationships should really function healthily. Specifically, like standing up for things that standing up for the way you want your relationships to go. Not taking on bullshit from other people. Having a spine. And one of the things that I recently discovered is like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like the majority of people I meet these days are horrible fucking conversationalists. And by horrible conversationalists, I mean there's no mutual inquiry. I feel like the way I was raised is get curious about the other person, ask questions, ask meaningful questions, put in the effort with the other person. And so many times in 2025 have I been let down by the state of people around me and how they don't do that. And I couldn't put my finger on it. I couldn't put my tongue on it. Finger on it or tongue on it, I don't know. I couldn't put my finger on it. That something just felt so wrong with the majority of people I was meeting. Until I realized, I think like later in 2025, and especially a couple weeks ago, or actually it was within this last week, that like I would get down on myself about it. But more specifically, it's not that I would get down on myself. It's that in order to preserve the relation or to have a relation, I would be the one to, keep the inquiry there. And by that, I mean, I would ask questions about the other person. I'd get curious about the other person. I'd show genuine interest in the other person's life. Man or woman, whatever, just like interpersonal, platonic friendship relationships. And so many times will the other person just like not ask me questions back about myself. And I have my friends, and it's like, I love getting together with like the vast majority of them. I mean, all of them really, because there's genuine interest in my life. Like, they ask the questions that, we humans are dying to have other people ask. Other people care. And it goes back to, I think, a conversation I had with you guys like 2 days ago. It's either I'm doing something fucking wrong, and the majority of people I'm meeting don't like me because I'm messed up, or the majority of people that I've been meeting have been poor at just carrying a conversation. Like, it's not poor at carrying a conversation. It's like, I don't know, maybe, I think it's just like they just don't give a fuck about me for some reason. And I say all of this because I just recently stopped. Like, from a structural therapy point of view, I just recently stopped being the one to maintain a relationship by constantly being the interested party, speaking to someone who's not mutually interested in my life and my well-being, and making me feel inclusive in a conversation. I'll ask a question, a meaningful question. I'll ask a meaningful question or two or three. And then I'll just stop. And I'll wait for the other person to engage. And I'll just look. I'll smile, I'll grin. Sure enough, nothing happens. And I don't know if it's like a social anxiety thing. I don't know if it's they don't like me. I don't know. Probably a little bit of both. But it's shocking to me. And the way I've been doing it is like what I was afraid of is like, if I don't continue, like if I let the other person take the reins of the conversation, or their end of the conversation, I guess, what I was worried about is that the relationship will just disappear. And it's like, well, if it disappears, then the relationship is exactly that. It's a nothing relation. It's a nothing relation. And that's how it is. I don't know how I got on this, but it was something I was talking about. But I have spoken with quite a few people on this exact phenomenon that I'm noticing, where the mutual inquiry is just non-existent these days. It's very hard, at least in New York City. I can't believe the lack of mutual inquiry, the mutual interest. Even like, I even got like a coffee the other day, and the barista was just so rude. And I was truly being pleasant and asking about asking about that person's day, and you know, it was like a very artisan coffee shop. And I said, you know, is it cool like working at an artisan coffee shop like this where it's like all of these raw ingredients are around, and like, you know, the whole matcha station was like, it was like state of the art, but like natural. And it was like, yeah, I guess. Okay. You know, it was shocking. It was truly shocking. I don't know, guys. You know, it truly, I get nervous and a little bit anxious talking about this stuff on camera because I feel like I'll be mistaken as judgmental and someone who thinks he's better than all these people. I don't think I'm morally superior or better than anyone that truly it goes against. Like the thought of that goes against my very fabric. What I think is that just being a pleasant human in conversation just being a conversationalist, showing interest is either something people don't give a fuck about anymore, or it's a lost skill and it's a lost art. Or people don't like me. You know, I feel like those are the three potential answers. Why did I say all that? I really, I don't remember. But tonight's Thursday, January 8th, and I have I'm taking tomorrow off. My girlfriend has this week, she has Friday and Sunday off. So we're gonna spend tomorrow, Friday off. And then Saturday she'll work and I'll work. And then Sunday we'll take off again. I don't know if I've showed you guys this yet, but you know, I got my girlfriend this for Christmas. It's like a puppet, because if I tell her a bedtime story, like a story when she's trying to go to sleep, it could be made up. But if I tell her one, like she doesn't sleep, period. But if I tell her a story as she's like in bed winding down, she'll pass out. And I got her this like puppet to tell the story to, or to tell the story with, because it was like Secret Santa, and she spent Christmas with my family this year, and everyone just got one person to get a gift for. And I was her Secret Santa. She got my dad a gift. She was my dad's Secret Santa, and I got her, and so I got her a puppet. We haven't even used it yet, though. We've been so busy. So I guess that's the theme of this video is, where did the good conversation go? And I talked about it with my friend at dinner last night, and he felt the exact same way. And I asked him, I was just like, dude, am I doing something wrong? Like 2025 was the year where I felt like the least liked in my life. And I was like, dude, just be real with me. Am I doing fucking something wrong? Because I feel like deeply I'm doing something wrong. And he assured me that I'm not. He assured me that I'm not. And he meant it. I'll continue to... No, you know what? I believe him. He's such a solid, stand-up, quality guy. And I want to take his word for it. I don't fucking think I'm doing anything wrong. It's like, that's been the tension in my mind. It's like a part of me thinks that I'm doing something horribly wrong with how polarizing I was in 2025 versus like another, I think it's just myself saying, no, I'm not doing anything wrong. And it's just the type of people I was meeting in 2025. Now I'm just different. I'll leave it at that. I feel like this is the type of video to get people to dislike me or make judgments about me, but you know, I'm standing here in my own skin doing this thing, the video thing. That's fine. Truly, it's fine. If you judge me, and if you're there to judge me, it's fine, guys. Will I like it? No. Will it hurt me? Yeah, probably. But I know I'll be okay. And I think that's how it is. So I think I'm going to cut this one short. It's only 9:15. I think I started this at 9 on the dot. This might even be my shortest video, which is crazy to me. But I think I'll just leave it at that. So I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'll see you in, I think, 2 days. Yes, because tomorrow I will not be recording a video. And I called the desk, like the company that I'm getting a desk from, and it should be arriving in their warehouse tomorrow. And I have to call them tomorrow to schedule a delivery. And I think I could get it as soon as Monday, which would be huge if I got a desk on Monday. I am dying for a damn desk. I have an office chair ready to go at a whole little space that I have curated for this fucking desk that I've been needing for so long. So I'll leave it at that, guys. Have a wonderful evening. And, you know, I'm curious if you have had times where it just seemed like everyone around you, you know, other than like, you know what, I'll even broaden it. If there's ever been a time in your life where you felt like, you know, a lot of the people around you didn't like you and you didn't know if you were doing something wrong, but all these years later, you just, you say, no, I wasn't crazy. I wasn't the crazy one. I wasn't the one, you know, I was doing everything how I should have done it. I'm curious. If you liked today's video, consider subscribing. And if you liked it, then like the video. And I will see you guys in a couple days. Have a good night.